What's going on, you guys? This hardcore solo self-found gauntlet from Zizaran and Grinding Gear Games was just so awesome, right? This Merciless Gauntlet. How did you guys do, by the way, before we get into the video? What class did you play? Did you complete the campaign? What level did you get up to? Just let me know. So I wanted to make a video just to talk about my thoughts on the whole thing, and it's pretty insane. Like, I made 3 classes, 3 different ascendancies that I'd never played before. I used all kinds of skills that I would have never used. And I really enjoyed myself. Like, I'm so glad that I pushed myself to try this. It just seemed to be like the right mix at the right time. I was playing a lot of I was playing a lot of softcore trade league, and then this event comes up just perfect timed, and it was solo self-found hardcore for those of you that didn't know. And the modifiers, if I show you this, the modifiers are quite a little bit dangerous beyond what the game really already is. So from area levels 1 to 45, you do 20% less damage. Monsters would take they would deal increased damage. You have increased, projectile cast and movement speed. They would fire 2 additional projectiles, and also they would penetrate elemental res. Like, this is just some of the stuff that you'd get just by starting the game. And Grinding Gear Games released a crap ton of data regarding this event, which is pretty fun, and it's exciting to see just how rippy it was. Finding out that Hillock was just taking names made sense. A lot of people were just joining the gauntlet just to get the gloves, myself included. And then after I got through that, I kind of wanted to push myself some more and see if, okay, can I beat the campaign to get a mystery box? And spoiler alert, I actually didn't. It's the first gauntlet event that I participated in where I didn't go meta. I kind of did my own thing, and I subsequently fell because of that decision. But it was actually pretty amazing. Like, getting back into solo self-found mode was intriguing because the opportunity to get even an alchemy orb is just like dopamine inducing, because that changes basically the entire adventure for your character because of what that alchemy orb does in terms of modifiers on gear. It's quite exceptional how that can feel when you go from having the trade economy and everything at your fingertips if you're hitting divines to having absolutely nothing and you can't just blitzkrieg the content. There's something very special in that format, and I'm a big fan of it, and I'm glad to go back to it. And then you add on the layer of the hardcore difficulty, which is just so exceptional. Like, there's nothing that I've felt in an ARPG in a long time like the Val Oversoul boss in Act 2. And the way that was presented to us was just exquisite. Like, my hands were quite literally bouncing off the keyboard because I was so excited to play it and try it out, and it was awesome. And my God, if I didn't get through that, I would have been rough, but I did, which is exciting and cool, but I know it took a lot of names. So the challenges of the bosses were great. I would say that the overall gameplay pace was something that I enjoyed, and I'm very much looking forward to more of these. So if Grinding Gear Games could just do more of these for the community, I think we'd all be appreciative of that. But again, I don't want to take anything away from Zizaran and his team. Getting the sponsors on board and giving prizes to people. Like, if you didn't know, I'll kind of get out of the way here and show you. The prize pool is pretty great. If you hit certain level thresholds, like 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 95, you get qualified for some of these real life, like real world prizes. And then also some of these cosmetics, microtransaction cosmetics, and sort of rewards for your character, which I always think is fantastic. And anybody who took part got these gloves that would work in Path of Exile 1 and 2, and subsequently record the level that you got. I got to level 68 on my Marauder. Ended up going Ancestral Commander as my last build with Sunder, trying to get through the game, and that build felt amazing. But for me, I did try the Surfcaster with Power Siphon Miner. I tried that. I played so timid. I just wish if I could take it all back, I wouldn't change a thing because I loved the experience that I got. But gleaning on what I know now, I would push myself to go a little bit quicker through the campaign, like something in like the 8 to 10 hour range, being safe, interacting with the community while I'm live streaming. That would have been really, really good for me. But I took it much more safe. Like, I was constantly 5 to 10 levels over the zone in some cases. And that's just because I really didn't give myself a good prep for this. Like, I didn't look into basic boss damage. I didn't do any of the calculations, like the math behind it, even though all that data is available. I guess I'm a little bit green in that regard, and I'm sure that that's also like many of you. And so it was, I don't know, this is very nice, very fun. And if I did my due diligence, I'm pretty positive I can get through that campaign, even with these additional modifiers, quite quickly, especially using a powerful build like this Auto Exertion Sunder Ancestral Commander is very good. So like I said, my first build was I went Cobra Lash into Surfcaster after Poison Concoction, and I did Power Siphon Miner, and that guy subsequently fell to what was unfortunately Gruthcool. And I use a macro called Awaken PoE Trade that essentially lets you press a keybind on your keyboard like F1 to quickly, rapidly just log out and go to character menu. I should have pressed escape there, and because I didn't press escape, I pressed F1 instead. I subsequently lost to Gruthcool's Degeneration Aura, and I learned a lesson right there on how powerful that guy is, particularly with the gauntlet modifiers making him a little bit more scary. The second character I played was a Econch Paladin. So I subsequently died to Lunaris Solaris with this fire beam and ice ice ceiling that falls on your character, killing you. I had 70% fire res. I didn't check my res before I went in there. It should be 75, but that's on me, and I own that. And what I learned from that loss was where to stand on the Solaris boss, right? There's things I could do as a player to get better at it, and I really wish I did. And next Gauntlet, I'm going to do much better. And then finally, I had the Ancestral Commander Sunder character, which Ben and others were using to rapidly just like rip apart the content. And it did so good. I was so impressed with this build. And shout out to, obviously, Ben just killing it, right? Just absolutely crushing the Gauntlet. The thing that killed me there was the Trinity, the Depraved Trinity. So unfortunately for me, I died to some content that I shouldn't have because I was abusing an in-game mechanic, which is kind of where I want to go with this one. Things I would change. So I died to a logout timer. So whenever you go into a fresh instance from a portal, if you take a portal back to town and back into the zone, you have 60 seconds of immunity. And turns out that doesn't affect you in mapping for bosses, by the way, which one of our community members unfortunately found out as well. But you get a 60-second timer of grace period that you can use to just plan where you want to go and then execute the plan. And so additionally, if you walk into a zone, not from a portal, but you walk into a boss arena, you have 10 seconds. And so silly me, I got in this process of just portaling in and out to dodge some very lethal mechanics that the league presented. I unfortunately took this to the nth degree, and I just unfortunately didn't realize I was on a 10-second timer. And in the Trinity fight, there is a bunch of degeneration maven zones that are applied, in addition to a bevy of other effects. And so I died because I was waiting to plan where I was going to drop some of those degen zones, and I thought I had more time than I did. So going forward and getting better and not waiting on this whole like loophole mechanic, I think would serve me better. And I'm curious to see what your thoughts are. So going forward, even though it's very challenging already, I would like to see even more challenge. I would say it'd be interesting if you portal on a boss, it resets the boss. So you cannot portal to get out. You have to do the mechanics. I think that'd be good. Or subsequently, remove the portaling altogether, or remove the pausing of the game altogether so that you can't log out and cheese this way. You must, like, if you want to go toe-to-toe with the boss, you must be ready to take on that encounter, and there's no going back. Like Alt F4, nothing. Like, I don't know. I think something like that would be even better, because people like myself, I will just go for the path of least resistance. I will portal out, and I will make life easier on myself just to navigate forward. So as a personal like anecdote, I think that would make the event a little bit more genuine instead of trying to cheese it. And because I will rely on that crutch because of my position in the game and my knowledge of like particular boss attacks and what gives you elemental damage, so on and so forth. So outside of that, great event, had a damn good time. Wish it was longer than 10 days. I went right to the limit with it. I went all the way to Act 9 within less than a day. I think my playtime would have been, maybe around 7 hours. I was in Act 9. I was doing pretty good. I was on a good clip. But then I died to the Trinity, like I said. So that was unfortunate. Going forward, I'm going to participate in every single one. And I encourage you guys to do the same. Even if you're not a hardcore SSF player, you'll learn a lot and grow as a player by participating in events like this. Challenge yourself to see what's up, because there's a lot of people in the community and in my chat when I was streaming that were telling me like, wow, I'm way further than I thought I'd be. This is kind of cool. Like, you might do better than you think, and you might even get into some prizes, which is actually pretty cool. So I'm going to link some of the statistics in this this YouTube video at the bottom, just to go with the video and show you kind of what the community did during the event. So very, very good. Anybody that beat the campaign, hats off to you. Well done. Good for you. And next time I got to join the ranks, you know. Again, it's the first time I haven't beat the campaign, but it was a good time. So going forward, as of the time of this video, whenever you guys get a chance to watch it, and thank you to all that do, I appreciate all the support that we get. I'm going to try Titan Quest 2 in early access, and then I'm going full bore into Path of Exile 2 in the future. So 0.3.0 is going to drop. I'm looking very forward to whatever that's going to be. There was a recent puzzle spoiler that dropped that seems to indicate Act 4-5. It seems to me to be that way. I'm very excited for the ARPG genre. So many good things coming up, and so just wanted to give you guys my sort of thoughts of where I'm at with all of Path of Exile, the Gauntlet event, and how it affected me as a person, and how it affects you guys. So curious to find out what you played. Percentage-wise, many of you played Ancestral Commander. It's pretty cool. But I'm glad I tried it. I learned a lot more about a game I'm really enjoying, and I hope I'm better as a player because of it, and I hope you are too. So until the next video, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take it easy, stay alive, and let's do it again. Cheers and GG. See you in the next one.